Give me a while first. Okay, come, let's start. Okay, question one. Okay, question one. So what's the answer? The answer will be number three. Okay, number three. And how do we get number three? Now you must know your place value. So this is 3 million. Okay, 3 million. This is 100,000, 700,000. And then this is what? This is your 500s. This is your 60, right? 60, your six tens. This is your two ones, which is here. Okay, so what is not underlined? This is not underlined. Okay, this is not underlined. So what's the value of this 10,000? Okay, that's how you get your answer faster, 10,000. All right, now in the exam, if you are confused, if you really don't know how to get the answer, what do? Then you just add all this together. You just add all these numbers together, add all of them together. Then you take the total and you minus. All right, if you really don't know what number is that. Okay, that is also another way to do it. All right, otherwise the answer is number three. Then let's go to question number two. The answer is number two. And how do you get number two? 40 kilometer, change it to meters. So 1 kilometer is actually 1,000 meters. So you just add three zeros behind. Okay. And then plus another 70. So how many meters? That will be 40,070 meters. Okay, that's your answer number two. And by the way, just for some of you who come in, like for Randall, your first time coming here. So the lesson is going to be a bit boring because Mr. is going to go through every single question and it's paper one. Paper one is supposed to be the the so-called the easier one. So it's going to be a bit, no, it's going to be a bit boring. But this paper one lesson is to help you for what? Help you to have a good pass only, to have a good pass for your PSLE. If you want to get AL1, then you must do well for your paper two, which is not today's lesson. Today's lesson is just to have a good pass. All right, so let's go to question three. Question three, your answer will be number two. And how do you get number two? Now, total mass of three students is 162 kg. Another student joined the group and she has a mass of 42. So what's the average mass? So you will need to find the total mass before you can find the average mass. So what's the total mass? You take 162 plus 42 to get the total mass, right? And then you need to divide. If you never divide, you did not find average. You take the total mass and divide by 4 students and you will get your answer 51, which is number two. Okay, got it? Right? So to find average, you must always divide. If you never divide, you didn't find average. Okay, let's go to question number four. All right, question number four, the answer will be number three. And let's look at one by one. A plus C. A plus C, is it equal to 180? No. This is obtuse. Obtuse angle plus obtuse angle is more than 180 degrees already. Remember that. Obtuse plus obtuse angle is greater than 180. So out. B and D. Your B and D also no. Acute plus acute. This is your acute angle, less than 90, plus another acute, which is also less than 90. That will give you, what's the sum? The sum will be less than 180 degrees. Do you understand? Okay, acute angle plus acute angle add together will be how many? Will be less than 180 degrees. Okay, if you don't believe me, what is acute angle? The biggest acute angle is 89. The biggest. Right angle is 90. So the biggest acute angle is 89. You plus another acute angle, what happened? You will get how many? 178. This is the maximum. This is the greatest sum when you add two acute angles together, which is less than 180 degrees. So your number two is out. Okay. Now A is equal to C. Is it correct? Yes. Opposite angle in the parallelogram is correct. It's opposite. Opposite angles are equal. So that's correct. All right, how about B equal to C? Now, B is not equal to C because B is acute, C is obtuse. But when they are between two lines that are parallel, they add together 180 degrees. So you must remember this. This is a very important property that you must remember. Okay? All right, let's go on to the next one. Question number five. Now, what answer for number five? Number one. And how do you do that? Circle. Okay, circle the groups. Right? Your group start with a plus or minus. Then arrange them. 8B put together with the minus 3B. Put the B's together. Then put the whole numbers side by side. And then you can minus 8 minus 3, 5B. Plus 50 minus 9, 6. So 5B plus 6. Answer number one. Okay, so check your answers. Right, question number six, your answer will be number two. And this is the answers are all fractions. So what do? You just count the lines, the units. One. Don't count here. This is zero. The starting point is zero. The next line is one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. So there are eight parts, eight units. So there will be 3 and 1/8, then 3 and 2/8, and keep going, 3 and 3/8. So that's how you get your answer number two. All right. So the eight units together is the denominator, right? Denominator is the total number of units. All right. Understand? Okay. Let's go to question number seven. Timeline. You must have a timeline to do this. Answer number two. Right. So how will you draw the timeline? Primary three. So you have 8:25 morning until 1 o'clock p.m. So you jump to the nearest hour, which is 9 o'clock. And how many minutes is that? Now, the 00 is actually 60, right? 60. You take 60 minus 25, there is a 35-minute jump. Then from 9 o'clock to 1 o'clock, there are 3 hours. It's a 3 hour jump. Sorry, 4 hour. Okay, big. So how many hour jump? 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. So 4 hour jump. Okay, then how long is the ferry ride? 4 hour plus 35 minutes, that will be 4 hour, 35 minutes. Answer number two. Okay, clear so far? All right, the paper one is actually very easy. So some of you may find it a bit boring. But it's about revising, revise what you learn. Question 8. How many participants won at least? So you have to look for two, at least two, include two, 3 and 4. So you add all the participants who won at least. So add together, you will get 24. So answer number three. All right, so you must know what is at least, not more than. More than means what? More than means don't include two, more than. But if it's at least, then you must include two. All right, question 9. Question 9, someone is going to make a mistake. Okay, what is that mistake which is very easy to avoid? Parameter of the shaded part. You need to find the circumference. Okay, I hope by now you must put the fraction and the formula. 1/4 times pi d. What's the answer first? Question 9, your answer is number 4. If you didn't get number 4 correct, means you fall into a trap. You are trapped already. So what's the fraction? What's the formula? Pi d. So pi is 22/7. What's the diameter? The quadrant that you see in the figure, that is a quadrant and it has radius. Okay, quadrant always radius. Every time you see quadrant, just remember it's always radius. Take the radius times 2, you will get diameter. Change the whole number into a fraction. Cancel, cancel. No calculator, so cancel. Divide by 2, divide by 2. Divide by 7, and 42 divide by 7. All right, you can only cancel two numbers at one time. Can you still cancel some more? 2 divide by 2, and the 6 can also divide by 2. All right, then once the denominator all become 1, you can multiply your fractions already. So 33, 1 times 11 times 3, then 1 times 1 times 1, and some of you can put number 1 as the answer, right? Because it's only circumference. So who put number 1? Randall must not. Randall is laughing, right? Must be. All right. So those who put number 1, read the question carefully. Parameter means you must take the arc plus the straight lines, which is 21 plus 21. And that's how you get parameter. Parameter must also include the straight lines. Okay. All right. So that's your answer number 4. Question 10. Anyone need to copy down? If you need to copy down, just let me know. Otherwise, we move on to the next part already. All right. Anyway, the lesson is recorded, so you can watch it. Now, which is not the nets of a pyramid? The answer is number 1. Okay, number 1. Now, if you look carefully without doing anything, okay, you look at number 1, can you see that all the all the phases are all like crowded together? Can you see crowded together on the left side? So they're going to bang into one another, right? So you can see number 1 is the answer already, right? Because all the phases are all crowded on one side. But if you don't know, then what do? You draw your what? Draw your solid figure. So there is a square base. Okay, Mr. Ong, trying to draw. Okay, so square base. Okay, something like that lah. Okay, something like that. Square base, and it's a square base pyramid. Okay, square base pyramid. So give yourself remember the front, the left, the right, and the behind. Remember that? And then the bottom, the base, the bottom. All right, see whether you can transfer onto the diagram. So the base, okay, this must be the front. This must be the left. And then this one must be the behind, right? You have to mentally visualize. Mr. Tong can't show you unless you cut the paper and try to do yourself. And then this one is left. Okay, left. So you bang into each other. So number one cannot be the nets. Okay, let's do another example. This one, base. Then you fold left. Okay, your left side, then your right side. This one fold outwards must be your front, right? Then this one must be the behind. So you have to mentally visualize. So this one, correct nets. Okay, then how about this one? This one is the bottom, front, right? The one that the face that's nearest to you is called the front. Left, right, then behind. So also can. Correct net. Then how about this one? Okay, this one looks like everything is all crowded there. This one is a little bit hard to know whether it's a nets or not a nets. Bottom, this is what? This is the behind, then it's one connected to another. So this will be the left, this will be the front, and this is the right. Now you tell Mr. Why like that? How come like that? Okay, now Mr. is going to have a hard time to explain to you. What you can do is after the lesson, go and cut this paper. Go and cut this solid figure, and then go and fold it into a pyramid. You should be able to fold into a pyramid. Okay, that's how you know whether can or cannot, whether is it a nets or not a nets. Okay, so the answer for this question will be number one. Number one is not the nets. Okay, understand? So the best way to know what Mr. is telling you is to cut out the figure. Then you go and fold it lah. Go and fold it into a solid figure. All right. Okay, let's go to the next one. Question number 11, algebra. The answer will be number 4. All right, and how do you get number 4? Now, if you don't know how to do, just give a number. What number you like? Paper 1, no calculator, so give a small number. Maybe just $1, $2. Okay, don't give so big because you want to do working. How much is 1 cup? Then this problem become a primary 3 question already, right? After you change the y into a number. So 28 minus how much you have left, you will get $27 left. And then what do you do later? 28 minus the $1 left, this will give you how much you spend. You spend $27. And what do you spend on? You spend on 7 cups. So how much is 7 cup? Then you divide by 7. And no need to go and find the answer. No need. You just have to do what? You just have to copy the steps. Can already. Copy the steps into your algebra. So 28, just write 28 minus no more $1 is y. First step, minus. Second step, divide by 7. So the answer, divide by 7. And that's how you get your number 4. So there is a lesson here. You don't know how to do, just give a number to the letter. And then it becomes a primary 3 problem. Okay? All right? Okay, question 12. You look at this problem, even if you don't know how to get the fraction, you must know the method already. The method is grouping. Okay, grouping method. So the answer, number 4. Okay, number 4. Right, and you must know what method just by looking at the picture. So your group starts with a triangle and ends with a triangle. This is one group, and then another repeated group, and then okay, make sure you circle correctly the how one group looks like. And the last 5 will be what? The last 5 cannot make a group because you need to end with a triangle. But the last shape is a circle. So you have the last 5 shapes that cannot form a group. How many groups are there? Take the total. Right, grouping method means to make one group, which is what you have done already, make one group. Then you must go and find how many groups. One group got 6 shapes. So how many groups? 4. Remainder 3. Okay, so you must go and do your dividing. All right, there's no calculator here, so you go and do your dividing. four groups, and there's a remainder three. What is the remainder three? Which is this, and this. All right, so if there are four groups, how many triangles? So four times one group got three triangles. So four times three. And then don't forget to add the last two triangles. So 12 plus 2, there will be 14 triangles, right? 14 triangles. And so what fraction of the 27 shapes? So that is your total denominator are triangles, which is 14. So 14 out of 27. Okay, that's how you get number 4. Okay, Tanishka, must turn on the video. Otherwise, Mr. can't see you. Then bye bye. All right, so Tanishka, turn on the video. So must know how to get your fraction. What fraction of all the shapes are triangles? So your fraction. Okay, let's go to next one. Any questions so far, everybody? No question, right? You can see the questions are actually quite easy. Not that hard because most of them or all of them, yeah, some of them you saw already, right? So they are related to what you learned. Question 13, pie chart cannot be empty. Even if you don't know how to do, you must put something on your picture. Pie chart, 100%. All right? Most of the time, we use percentage to solve. Okay, then keep reading. 45% is badminton, 10% is volleyball, then, then what else can you put? Do you know how many percent is the floorball or the table tennis? We don't know. But can you find 100 minus 45 minus 10? That will give you 45%, which is the floorball and the table tennis, right? Then can you find how many more children choose badminton than volleyball? Okay, so what do? You just take 45%. When you put onto your pie chart, you can see how to do next already. 45% is 60 plus 75. 135. Okay? Okay, now lesson here. No calculator. Can we do something faster? How many more children choose badminton than volleyball? So badminton is where? Volleyball is here, right? How many more percent? 35%. Now, there is a important lesson here. I don't know how to jump. Mr. told you the jumping method, right? So what happens if you don't know how to jump? Never mind. You find 1%. Okay, now this one, everybody eyes open big. There's a shortcut here. 135 divided by 45. Don't do this. Don't do this. You just have to do this. 135 over 45. Okay? Then after that, how many is 35%? You just take 135 over 45, multiply by 35, and change the whole number into a fraction. Then you just cancel, and you'll be much faster. So you divide by 5, you will get what? You get 9. And then 35 divided by 5, you get 7. What else can you divide? 9 can actually divide by 9. And 135 can also divide by 9. You get 14. Okay? Then once your denominator is 1 already, you multiply the fractions. So 14 times 7, 98. And 1 times 1 is 1. So how many is 35%? 90. Did I make a mistake somewhere? Let me see, because I don't see an answer there. How many more children choose badminton than volleyball? 35% more, right? So let me try again. Okay, I think because once you don't see the answer there in the exam, then something went wrong already. So let me just try again. Right? Maybe Mr. Ong do too fast and there's a careless mistake. So let's see what's the mistake. Okay, so 45% is 135. So 1% is 135 divided by 45. Then you multiply by 35 units. 35 units is how many? 135 out of 45 times 35. Okay, let's try again. Divide by 5, divide by 5. Okay, all right. 9 divide. Okay, Randall, your mental sum is very good. Help me to double check, Randall. All right, any mistake, you tell me. Mental sum, your calculation is quite good. So 9 divided by 9, 1. 135 divided by 9. So 135 divided by 9. Oh, that was the mistake. 15. 135 divided by 9 is 15. Mr. was doing mental sum. So in the exam paper, don't do mental sum. Otherwise, you make careless mistake. 15 times 7, 105. And then 1 times 1 is 1. So how many is 35%? 105. So answer number 3. Right? So what's the important lesson here? Now, the important lesson here is if you see pie chart, you must put what? You must put numbers. put numbers onto your pie chart. Every time there's a picture, your picture cannot be clean. It must have something inside so that you know what to do next. All right? Okay, that's copy down already for those who have a mistake. Done. Just got mistake for this one. Okay. Jaden, copy down already? Okay, we're gonna move on to the next one already, Okay. Now, question 14. This one. When you see fraction and percentage, what do? And you're confused and you're not sure how to do. Change the percentage to fraction. 35% is actually 35 out of 100. Then simplest form, 7 over 20. Change it into a fraction so that the whole problem becomes fraction problem. And what's the answer for this? Now, the answer is number 4. Okay? All right. Then what are the fractions talking about? This 1 over 8 is talking about the remainder muffins. This fraction is talking about all the muffins. So they are not talking about the same thing. So you cannot make the denominator the same. But we can still draw the model. First sentence, Elisa baked some muffin. First sentence. Second sentence, she sold a total of 480 muffins in the morning. Cuts. This is the second sentence. And label. In the afternoon, she sold 1 over 8 of the remainder. So cut the remainder into 8 boxes. And 1 over 8 is sold in the afternoon. And next sentence, in the end, she had 7 over 20 of the muffins left. So can you cut all the muffins into 20 boxes? Cannot do that, right? So we don't do that. All right. But what can we do? We label, this is the muffins left. And if you still remember my lesson, how do we draw faster? Just put 7 over 20 inside. Inside. So this 7 over 20 is all the muffins left. And that is how many units? That is 7 units. Right? Right, so put the fraction inside. And every time you put a fraction, there is a fraction. Then there must be what? There must be 20 over 20. And there must be 13 over 20. A family. There's a family of fractions. And of course, don't forget to put the 1 unit in the box for the afternoon. And your model is almost done. How many muffins did she bake? So your question mark is to find the total. Are you clear? All right. So if you cannot cut if you cannot cut the whole model into 20 boxes, then what do? Just put 7 out of 20. And once your model is done already, and if you have labeled correctly, you will see that 7 over 20, look at your arrow sign. Arrow sign. How many units is that? 7 units. Okay, that's why your arrow sign must be clear. From where to where is 7 over 20. Then 1 over 20 must be 1 unit. How you get 1 unit? 7 unit divided by 7. Okay? Then 20 over 20 will be 20 units. Oh, so there are 20 units of muffins altogether. Minus 8 units, you will get 12 units. Right? 13, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? So this will be how many? 8, 20 minus 7, you get 12 units. Okay, 12 units. So there are 12 units sold in the morning. So whatever numbers you put or you have worked out, put inside your model. And then you can see your 12 units in the morning is 480. Are you clear so far? All right. As you draw your model, you build your model and then it becomes clearer. 1 unit, 40. Okay, 480 divided by 12. Okay, I hope you know how to divide, yeah? Okay, let me just quickly show you, divide by 12. Cover the 0. 48 divided by 12, 4. Go back to 0. Okay, all right, then total is 20 units. Then 40 times 20, 800. And that's all the muffins. Okay, so lesson here is what? If you see a percentage, there's a percentage, and then you are confused, change the percentage to fraction. Then the whole problem becomes fraction problem. Okay? All right, let's move on to the next one. Copy down ready? Okay. Now, this one looks a bit hard, but not really. Now, your square. Okay, your square. There's a square, there are 2 circles, and these 2 circles are identical. And QRST has a parameter of 56. So your picture cannot be clean. You should take 56 and then divide by 4 to get one side of the square. Okay, all right, one side of the square is 14. And then Benny started running and he ran around each circle. What is the distance Benny ran? So how does he run? He ran one round, okay, one round. And then what did he do? He ran another round, different circle, another circle. So he ran two rounds. And you're supposed to find the circumference of these two circles. So it's all about understanding the question. Do you understand what the question means? Because if you don't even understand, you cannot start. You can't even do. So the question is telling you, Benny, run round each circular track. So you have to find the circumference of the two circles to get the distance. So what's the circumference of a circle? Pi d. Pi times diameter. This is radius. So radius times 2, 28. Change it to a fraction. Cancel, divide by 7, divide by 7. Then 22 times 4, 88. 1 times 1. And then that's the circumference of a circle. But he ran around two circles. 88 times 2, 176. So answer number 3. Okay. Now, so remember when you do the question, before you can even solve it, you must first understand what the question is talking about. That is the most important. All right. Okay, let's go to last question. Oh, that's the booklet A already. Okay, let's go to booklet B. So far, did anyone get full marks? Okay, only one person, but I think more of you should get full marks because the questions are really not hard. Not hard. All right. And even the booklet B, you'll be surprised that also not hard. So, and Mr. must tell you, your prelim exam should be harder than this. If I'm not, okay, your prelim exam is usually more challenging. I don't think it's as easy as this. So if you belong to this school, okay. Now, next thing I want to say is when you do paper one, do not use calculator. Okay, the moment you use calculator, that's the end of your world already, the end of your paper one marks, right? Then you will know how to get the decimal. All right, 3/8, how to get your decimal? 3 divided by 8. Okay, that's one way. The other way is 8 is a special number. You times 125 to get 1000. Shortcut. 8 is a special number times 125, 3 times 125, and then you do your working. You will get how many? You will get 375. So what is the decimal? 0.375, which is the answer. Okay. Now, if you don't know if you don't know the magic number, the eights, then you do this. 0 times 8, then you minus, then change the whole number to a decimal, raise up decimal point, put a 0 down. 3 times 8, 24. Then you continue to minus, then add 1 0, put downwards. 7 times 8, 56. Then 4. And then add another 0, then pull down. And then 5 times 8, 40. And you will get the same answer. All right, but which way is faster? This is faster. So remember the special 8. All right, 8 can become 1000. Then you do faster. Okay, next one. Question 17. Answer is 5 meter. How do you get 5 meter? Cubic root. But calculator, no calculator. So how to do cubic root? You will have to guess what times what times what equal 125. Is it 2 times 2 times 2 or 10 times 10 times 10? So you have to guess and check. 5 times 5 times 5. Okay? Right, so this one must do some guess and check. All right, question 18. So answer 5 meter. Okay, question 18. Oh, this is a straight line. Every time there's a straight line, then angle on a straight line is 180 degrees. So you get minus 85 minus 62, you will get the angle A. So your question 18, the answer is 83 degrees. So every time there's a straight line, what happened? Then you get 180 degrees, right? And you minus whatever, you minus the angle, you get your answer. Clear so far? Jaden, understand, Jaden? Okay, all right. Okay, now let's go to number 19. Now, number 19, your P5. This is your P5. And how to get the missing number? Whether fraction or ratio, you must always get your simplest form. So divide by 2 and then divide by 2, you get 3:4. And use the simplest form to get your missing number. whether it's a fraction or whether it's a ratio, it's the same thing. So you have 4 times 9 and then 3 times 9. So your answer should be 27. 27. Always get the simplest form. The simplest form will help you to get your missing number. All right, we did that in what? P5. Okay. Okay, copy down. And just we got mistake for this one. This one too easy to make a mistake already. 1 mark only. Okay, let's go to next one. Question number 20. Oh, this one. Just make the denominator the same. 3/4 minus 2/5. So 4 times 5, 3 times 5. 5 times 4, 2 times 4. All right, primary 3, this one primary 3. 7 over 20. Okay, and fractions, automatic simplest form. Even if the question never say, just automatic, right? Because please don't worry that when the question asks you to simplest form and then you never simplest form, minus marks already. So the best way to avoid minus marks is to just automatic. All fractions, all ratio, just simplest form. Okay? Then you will not make any careless mistakes. Okay, question 21, part A, part B. You can see quite easy, right? All right, so your part A, part B, your part A, your answer will be 30, and your part B will be 7. Okay? And how do you get answers? Change the whole number into a fraction and then divide by 3 over 5. And how do you divide? Keep, change, flip. All right, keep, change, flip. Then cancel, must cancel. If you never cancel, you didn't use your shortcut. Divide by 3, 18 divided by 3. And when your denominator is 1, you can multiply already. Okay, no need to cancel anymore. 6 times 5 and 1 times 1. And that's how you get the answer. All right, next one. Bracket, do first. Must do the bracket first. 36 divide by 9 plus 3. So must rewrite everything. Don't break up the steps. Okay, then 36 divided by 9 will be 4. And then you plus 3. And that's how you get 7. Simple. Okay, Tanishka. Okay, Tanishka. Okay, Miss Long can't see your eyes. Where's your face? Your face is like Miss Long see your hair only. Your hair. Okay, let's go to question 22. Now, your paper one, I don't know whether your 2 marks will be something like that. It will be something a bit more challenging than this question. So what's the area of the shaded triangle? It's not right angle. So your base is one of the 3 sides. And if you don't know where's the height, take your ruler, put the ruler on the base, and see whether any line parallel with the ruler. Okay, so the base is 13 and the height is 10. So you have half times base times height. And you should be cancelling. Divide by 2, divide by 2. Then 13 times 5, how many? 65. So your answer will be 65 centimeters square. Okay? All right. Let's go to next one. Okay, wow, this one. Uh, same. Okay. There's a shaded square on the opposite side, no shaded square. And the best way to do this is to turn the paper so that the line of symmetry is facing you. Okay, so turn the paper so that you don't have to turn your head. So there's a shaded square here, there's no shaded square. So you must color. And then there's a shaded square, go opposite. All right, go opposite, equal distance apart. There's a shaded square. Then next one, shaded square, and then count the number of squares to the line of symmetry, and then on the other side, count the same number of squares. There's a square. And then this one, opposite also got square. And then what else? And then this one, what happened? Here, got a square also, right? So what is symmetry? Symmetry means equal distance apart. The shaded square on the opposite sides are equal distance apart. This one got square, shaded, but this one no shading. So this is how you color the 2 squares. Okay? Now, so you can see the paper is like, the line is like that, slanted. So turn the paper so that the line is facing you. Then easier to see. Okay, next one. Question 24. Oh, look at that. I think if the teacher in the school hear what Miss Tong say, I think they will make the paper one for this school harder for this year. So hope the teachers don't get to watch my video. Okay, how do you find the side of the square base? The height is 80. The volume is 1,280 ml. How do you find one side? Very simple. Now, write your formula. Length times breadth times height equal volume. If you write your formula, you will know what to do. So length times breadth times height, 80, that will give you volume. Then what can you do? Can you find what is this? Length times breadth is also base area. Okay, also called base area. All right. So 1280 divided by 80, go and do your working, and you will get 16. The base area is 16 cm square. How do you find one side of the square? Did anyone put 4? Anyone put 4? Now, if you put 4, not the answer, because area cannot divide by 4 sides. Only perimeter can divide by 4. Then how do you find one side of the square? You must square root 16. What times what equal area? 4 times 4. Oh, actually, the answer is 4 lah. Yeah, the answer is 4. But how you get 4 is important. If you take 16 divided by 4, answer wrong. It's square root 4, square root 16. All right, what times what equals 16? Not 16 divided by 4. If any one of you have a step which is 16 divided by 4 and you get the same answer, 0 marks. Okay, 0 marks. Even though your answer is 4. Okay, not 16 divided by 4. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Okay, question 25. What's the average score? Find the total, then divide by 5. Okay, so the answer is what? Okay, question 25, the answer will be 11. Okay, but how to get 11? So you find the total, do the working, 7 plus 16 plus 8 plus 24. You get 55. And some of you, you divide by 4. You thought that this one no need to include. Because it's 0, you thought that no need to include. No, you have to include also, even though it's 0 marks. So there's a total of 5 games, and then you get 11. Okay, which is the average. Okay, now Aiden played his 6th game, and the average score became 12. So what happened? So he played a 6th game. I'm going to draw a bit longer, and if he played the 6th game and the average score become 12, can you find the total? Every time you have average, can you find the total, which is how many games now? 12 times 6. No more 5 games already, right? There are now total 6 games. And the average is the new average. So 12 times 6, that will give you the total. And then you put over here, right? Put on top to help you to know what to do next. Then can you find how many is the 6th game? Then you minus 72 minus 55, and that's how you get 17, which is your part B. All right, so table is also a picture. Every time you see a picture, you put something on the picture. Then you may be able to work out the next step. Okay, so answer for part B, 17. So far, do you feel that this paper one is actually quite easy? Quite easy, right? Yeah, I think it's a chance for you to get full marks if you can. Now, top view, you must face the front, and then you grow into a giant, and then you look downwards, and you must follow the front view direction. So 2, 1, 3. 2, 1, 3. And how do you draw that? Okay, this is how you draw. And the student has done something here, but you need to not copy the student answer. So 2, 2. This is 2. And no freehand, must use your ruler. 1, where's your 1? Here, 1. And where's the 3? The 3 will be here. 3. 2, 1, 3. Okay? And to make it look more clear, you may want to draw zebra lines. Okay? And make sure you show the square boxes. You must show the square boxes. The view must have the boxes. Okay. Any question? Now, part B, this one. Answer 5. Okay, 5. And how to get 5? Now, find the greatest number of cubes that Katie can add without changing the front view and the side view. Now, if you are trying to get the answer without knowing what's the front view and the side view, then you must be guessing your answer because you must know what is the front view, how it looks like. So you need to draw the front view. What's the front view? 2, Okay, and then 2, and then here will be 1, 2. You must know your front view before you can even do your part B. And then what's the side view? Side view will be 2, 2, 1. This is your side view. Agree? Do you understand how to draw the front view and the side view? Right? Okay, once you know what they look like, then you start putting the cubes inside one by one. And your job is to hide them. Hide the cube so that you don't see them in the front view and the side view. So let's hide the cube. Can I put one cube here? So you put one cube here, will you be able to see them, see the cube inside the front view and the side view? Cannot, right? So you hide that cube inside. Can I put one cube here? Also can, right? On top, you also hide the cube. Cannot see. Can I put one cube right behind? Right behind? Behind where? Behind this row of cubes. So there's one cube you can add, you can put behind, so cannot see also. Do you see the middle cube? The middle cube, you can add one more cube right behind also. Right behind. And then what happened? You won't be able to find them in the front view and the side view. You won't see a cube popping out in the front view and the side view. So this is what you do. You add one cube at a time and see whether does it pop out. Does it pop out in the front view and the side view? If nothing changes, that is where you put the cube. Can you put a cube right here in on top of the second cube? Right on top. And is the front view and the side view also changed? No, not changed. So how many cubes do I have already? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? 5 cubes. Any more cubes you want to put, what will happen? It will come out already. It will be exposed in the front view and the side view. Are you clear? Kayla, understand Kayla? Okay. Now this kind of question is quite coming to be quite common, quite popular. I won't say popular, but Mr. Like you see this kind of question like in some of the school papers already. So you must know where to put the cube, how many cubes to put. Okay. All right. So let's move on to the next one. Jaden, and any question, Jaden? Okay, let's go on to the next one. Now, question number 27. Cancel. If you see a speed, speed just throw dustbin. Okay, no need to do, throw dustbin. Okay, question number 28. What's the answer? Your answer will be part A. Part A is 12.25. Okay, 12.5 cm. Okay, how do you get 12.5 cm? Now, this is a picture. Your picture must have something. 1/5. If your picture is clean, then you'll find that you think harder. 4/5 empty, then the whole tank is 5/5, right? The rectangular container has a base area, so just put inside your picture. Is 1/5 filled with water? Oh, so there's 1 unit of water. And water flows into the container from a tap at a rate of 8 liters per minute. Oh, so you're gonna pour water from the tap, right? Uh, and it takes 6 minutes to fill the container to the brim, which is how many units? 4 units, right? 4 units. So if it takes 6 minutes to fill the container, how much water come out? You look at the rates. What is rate? Rate means 1 minute, how much water? That is called rates. All right, 1 minute, you have 8 liters. 6 minutes, 48 liters to do what? 48 liters to fill 4 units of water. Can you see that? So you will need 48 liters to fill the rest of the container. So can you find the height? So go and put numbers on the picture. Whatever you work out, put it inside. And then you will see something already. Oh, can we find what is the total volume? I know that 4/5 is 48. 4 units is 48 liter. So what is 1 unit? That will be 12 liters, right? Okay, so what's the volume? If I want to know the height of the tank, I must know the volume of the tank. 12 times 5, 60 liters. Okay, I know the volume of the tank. So now can I find the height? And then you forget how to find the height. How do you find the height? Length times breadth times height equal volume. Length times breadth is also base area. Am I correct? Area. So what's the area? 4,800 cm cube. Multiply by height. We don't know what's that. What's the volume? 60 liters. When you do math, remember Miss Ong told you, liters, cm cube, make them the same. So your 60 liters will be 60,000. Okay? So can we find the height? So height will be 60,000 divided by 4,800. Cancel two zeros, cancel two zeros. And then 600 divided by 48. Hey, how do we do that? Then you tell me, Stone, my teacher never teach me how to divide two-digit number, right? But you need to know how to do yourself. Guess and check. What times 48 equals 60? 1 times 48. Then you get 12. Okay? Then pull the zero downwards. And then what do you get? What times 48 is 120? Guess and check. 48 times 2 times 3. 48 times 2. You get 96. And then you minus, you will get 24. And some of you continue to divide. Why would you want to continue to divide when the question never asks you for decimal? You can straight away put your answer ready. 12 and 24 out of 48. Fraction. Why you don't need to get decimal? And of course, automatic, simplest form. So 12 and a half. 12.5. Right? 12 and a half is also 12.5, right? So I also get the same answer, but fraction. Right? If you divide, you spend a few more seconds. Okay, but you can leave your answer as a fraction. Okay, so if the question never asks you whether fractions or whether decimal, then leave your answer in fractions. Do you understand? Okay, let's go on to the last two questions already. Oh, we are very early. The paper one is quite easy. That's why we can clear the questions quite fast. Okay, question 29. Pie chart. Pie chart, what must you do? Put numbers on the pie chart. Okay, what's the answer for question 29? Your answer is 150. 150. Okay, now when you do bar graph, line graph, what must you do? Okay, and by the way, pie chart means what? 10 over 10. Okay, 10 over 10, half chocolate milk. So you put the fraction inside. Then you tell Mr. Ong, I thought Mr. Ong say put percentage. Yeah, usually we use percentage, usually. But you look at this pie chart, you can also use fractions. And the fractions are all referring to the same pie. Make the denominator the same. If the fractions are referring to the same pie, make denominator the same. And then that's all you can do already, right? Then you go to the bar graph and you count the units. Don't forget to count the units. So 3 unit is 15, 1 unit 5. Then go and put the numbers on top. Okay, and that's all you can do already, right? Okay, then how many bottles of chocolate milk were sold? Then can you find how many bottles of chocolate milk? Well, you compare the pie chart with the bar graph. What do you see? Yogurt 15. Put inside. Oh, that's why some of you say don't know how to do because your picture so clean. Your picture so clean, that's why I don't know how to do. Right? Put the numbers inside. Soft drink 45. Put inside. Right? Right. If you don't put inside, you will think more. You will take more time to think. And then you look at the fraction 10 over 10 minus 3 over 10 minus 5 over 10. Then this one must be what fraction? 2 over 10. Am I correct? And then you can see that 2 over 10 is soft drinks and yogurt, 60. So 1 over 10 must be 30. Then how many chocolate? 5 over 10. Because it's all inside the pie chart already. Can you see that? It's all inside there. So you, so you will know what to do already. Right? 30 times 5. 150. So every time if I see your picture clean, then you know that you're going to have a harder time to solve already. Okay? All right, that's question 29. Let's go to the last question. Okay. Angles, try to do well for angles as much as you can because angles, no methods. It's all about your properties. Okay, so before you even try to solve, you may want to use colors to show the important information. Straight line, right? FCJ is straight line. Where's your FCJ? What is that? FCJ, FC what? FCG, FCG, straight line. Okay. Now there's a trap here, CDH. So where's the CDH here? So these are the only straight lines. Ah, do you realize that Miss Long never highlight this line? Some of you may think that it's a straight line, right? The moment you put here, somebody put 48. I think some of you put 48 wrong already because you thought it's a straight line, but the question never says. So, okay, so we are not sure. Okay, now, then what do you do? Put the is BCD 67. Where's your BCD? Here, the right angle. Is it 67? And is your ABC 103? Where's your ABC? ABC. Is this 103? Well, this one we can find. Very easy. The angles form a circle. So 360, all right? 360 minus 132 minus 125, 103. So your ABC is correct, which is true. Correct. Okay, this one quite easy, because form a circle, 360 degrees. Okay. Uh, and then there's a trapezium. Mr. forgot to talk to you about the trapezium. Your BCFE is a trapezium. Two lines parallel. Okay, so trapezium. Okay. We still haven't found the other right angle. Did anyone thought these two lines are parallel? And then you take 180 minus 103. Did anyone put 70? Did anyone put did anyone put did anyone put 67? 67? And what's the answer for that? Oh, if you put true, that's wrong already. Wrong. Why is it not 67? How do you know whether these two lines are parallel? Did the question mention? Did the question mention that these two lines are parallel? No, never say. So never say, then we cannot assume. So why do you fall into traps? You fall into traps because you assume. You assume that they are parallel. That's why you always fall into traps. So cannot assume. So this is not 67. All right, then how to find? Okay, then go and look for other angles. Look for as many angles as you can find. This one can find 102 because x opposite angles the same. Then what else? Then what else can you find? This one? This one can find? So don't know how to do, never mind. Just keep finding whatever angle. Sooner or later, you will get the answer. So 180 minus 102 minus 10, you will get 68. So just put down. Okay, Mr. got no space, 68. Okay. And then what else? Mm, okay, what else? This one? What angle is this? Two lines parallel, right? Trapezium got two lines parallel. This must be 55. Okay. All right. Then can you find this angle here? There is a big triangle in the middle. Do you see a big triangle? A big triangle. So 180 minus 55 minus 67, you get the other angle. 180 minus 67 minus 55, 58. So just keep doing that. Just find. All right. Okay, what else? And then any more angles? Mm, any more angles you can find? This one? This one is what? What angle is this? This one. This is 180 minus 67. You get 123. This is 123. Right? 123. We are coming to the answer already. So this angle, this red color angle is 123. Then how about this other green angle here? There is a straight line, remember? A straight line. So 180 minus 123, you get what? So 180 minus 123, you get 57. So this is 57, right? 57 degrees. Okay, so have you got your BCD? Where's your BCD? B, okay, let me use purple, brown color. B, C, D. Okay, BCD. 57 plus 10. Okay, hang on for a while. Let me just have a quick check at the answer key. 57 plus 10 is 67. Did I make a mistake somewhere? 18. Mr. Make a careless mistake. 180 minus 67. Sorry, there's a careless mistake. 180 minus 67 is what? 113. Sorry. Okay, there's a mistake there. And then 180 minus 113, I will get 67 degrees, which is here, 67. Okay, then 67 plus 10, that will give me 77. So what is angle BCD? What is the angle BCD? 67 plus 10, 77. So it's supposed to be 77, not 67. So the answer is false. Got it? Can see that? Are you clear so far? Okay, Mr. Ong made a careless mistake somewhere. Okay, Mr. Ong, go through one more time, just to make sure that you understand. Okay, one more time. Okay. Now, this is 67, right? Trapezium has two lines parallel. So angles between the two lines add together 180. 180 minus 67, 113. Okay, then there's a straight line, because the question says so. So 180 minus 113, you get 67. So what is your BCD? Your BCD is the brown lines. Okay, the BCD. Do you see the brown lines? So the angle between the brown lines add together will be your angle BCD. 67 plus 10, 77. So your answer should be 77 for part B, which is false. Part A, right? Part A is false. Okay, ABCD. Is ABCD a rhombus? Where's the rhombus? A, B, C, D. Is this a rhombus? It looks like, but cannot assume until you prove it. So how do you prove it? Very simple. 103, opposite 102. Not rhombus. The 102, 103, they are not the same. So it is not a rhombus. False. Okay, got it? All right, one more time out for those who are still a bit lost. Look at the green color, which is that a rhombus, the green color shape? Look at this angle. This angle, do you see this angle, which is 103? Look at this angle, opposite 102. So they are not equal. If they are equal, then it's a rhombus. Okay, opposite angles in rhombus are equal. Okay, Chen Li, am I correct, Chen Li? Yeah. Okay, Randall, understand, Randall? Okay, clear so far? Okay, so we are done. Okay, so it's 9 p.m. exactly. All right, so are you clear with the paper one lesson? So I think the whole paper one was quite easy. So hopefully you can get very high score. But we still need to mentally prepare you for your paper one prelim. Maybe easy, all right. But I don't think it'll be such easy. When may not be that easy. Might be a little bit harder than that, but still quite easy. But your paper two will be harder, okay, for your paper two, usually, okay? All right, now next week, you are going to do your paper one again. So get your paper one done, all right? So next week, we will have our paper one lesson. And until when? Until end of July. End of July, we will stop our paper one. Why? Because you will have to switch to the new format. The new format. What you're doing now is the old format. So July onwards, you will have to do the new format already. And there will also be a time practice. Okay? All right. Any questions? Okay. So if there's no questions, I'll see you on your regular lessons. Okay, so goodbye, everybody. See you next week. All right, next lesson. Okay, bye-bye. Any questions, you can stay behind if there's any questions.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye, Sunny. Bye-bye. Say you got question, Sunny? No question. Okay, bye-bye. Got question? Okay, what question? Okay, must be related to the paper, not something else. Quick, quick, quick.
Wait, for question 25, part B, is it 17?
Question 25, part B, 17?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 17, yes.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll see you on
Thank
Saturday. All right,
you.
so
Bye-bye.
goodbye. Bye-bye.